This episode may contain content that could be distressing or objectionable to certain listeners. Please refer to the episode show notes for details. Discretion is advised. Hello, listeners. Welcome to Your Movie, My Movie with Dan and Steve.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Steve. Also with us today are writer and not-so-silent partner of the podcast, Ciara.
I'm Ciara.
Yay!
This is a podcast where one of us picks a movie to watch and discuss. In this episode, we're talking about one of Ciara's picks, the 1996 movie Set It Off. Starring Jada Pinkett, Queen Latifah, Vivica A. Fox, John C. McGinley, Kimberly Elise, and Blair Underwood. Story by Takashi Buford. Screenplay by Takashi Buford and Kate Lanier. And directed by F. Gary Gray. We will be talking about spoilers, so if you want to watch the movie first, now's the time to do so. But before we talk about the movie, Dan, who would you recommend this movie to?
I forgot to write it down again.
I know you did.
But I thought about it this time. I would recommend this movie to all the screenwriters out there who cream their pants over Hell or High Water.
Okay.
Because he just took it from this movie.
Oh, interesting.
Hell or High Water is just this movie, but with cowboys.
Okay. Ciara, who would you recommend this movie to?
I didn't think about it. Sincerely, I do recommend this movie for people who like to watch like LA heist movies. Because I feel like this is an unsung hero in that genre. And then unsincerely, every black stud who wishes that they looked like Queen Latifah.
I'm sure there's many out there.
Oh, for sure. Steven.
Yes, Ciara.
Who would you recommend this movie for?
Well, I would recommend this movie for anybody who wants to watch a mashup where Heat meets Carlito's Way meets Pretty Woman done as a hood movie with black women. Yeah.
It's so funny on the Letterboxd, a lot of people were like, this is Heat meets blank.
Yeah.
Like all of the reviews were pretty much like that. So it's funny you bring that up too.
Well, as I was watching it, I'm like, I recognize all these different elements. Where do I recognize all these different elements from? And those were the movies I was thinking about. But Dan, you said Hell or High Water is this movie. I disagree.
Okay.
I think The Town is this movie.
The Town, yeah.
With white males.
Yes.
So
I
white.
haven't seen The Town.
It's set in Boston. Oh.
I don't think.
It's stars and it was directed and it stars Ben Affleck and it has Jeremy Renner in it and John Hamm and she turned out to be the real villain in Iron Man 3.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Rebecca Hall?
Yes.
There we go.
And doesn't it have also Ryan Reynolds' wife as Jeremy Renner's sister in the movie?
It has Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds' wife,
Yeah.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. Yeah.
Sweet lady.
I love that movie. I love the movie The Town. I love that movie.
I didn't think I was gonna like it. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not into heist movies other than this one.
Okay. Well, I love heist movies. But
But yeah, I really did like that one.
But yeah, set it off. It's exactly The Town. It's exactly The Town. It's got all the same beats and everything. Yeah.
I can see that.
Ciara, did you know that one of the writers for this movie, Kate Lanier, also wrote Beauty Shop?
Shut the fuck up. That was gonna be one of my picks for today, but I couldn't figure it out. I love Beauty Shop so much.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah,
That's crazy.
She's the top or one of the top billed writers on Beauty Shop.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Also starring Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Also starring Queen
In a
Latifah.
completely different role.
Yeah.
As befits, most hip hop and rap artists who develop a movie career
Yeah.
or an acting career.
Also, the director directed Straight Outta Compton. Yep.
In Friday.
And
right?
Friday.
Okay.
Law Abiding Citizen.
Italian Job?
The Fate of the Furious Italian Job.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm looking over your shoulder. Rude.
Yeah, it's so there's a good rap sheet for this guy for sure.
Yeah. Got a great pedigree. So Ciara,
Yes.
before should we ask her why she picked this movie, or should we have her do the 2-minute summary first? What's the order that we do it in? I feel
let's
like
do
we
the
should do the
2-minute
2-minute.
summary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should do the 2-minute summary first.
Yeah, I think so too.
So.
I think so too.
I think I can do it sub 2 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
It has happened before. I think Richard.
Yeah,
already
Richard.
said-
Yeah,
Now I'm nervous.
you got this.
Okay.
It's easier
Ready?
than you think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Count me down.
3 on go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
So Set It Off takes place in LA and it follows the 4 main characters: Stoney, Cleo, Frankie, and Tashawn. All of them have had bad experiences, and they are low on funds. And the way that they're able to, the way they think they're going to be able to make their lives better is to rob banks. This stems from Frankie, who used to work in a bank, who just got fired because her bank got held up during a heist. She thinks that this is a good idea to get money, because if 2 dumb crack-headed people, her words not mine, can rob a bank, then 4 smart intellectual women can do the same thing. It's a summary, so tell the end, right? Okay, so hijinks ensue. They're really bad at planning together, but they are all best friends, so they're going, to hell together in a handbasket. They are able to get money. They finally get a good amount of money. They go and hit up another bank to see if they can get more money, and they do, but they're getting a little bit too over their heads about the whole planning of hitting up these banks. So once the cops really start to encroach on them, they start to panic. Then they hit up the biggest bank in town, and it turns into a huge police chase with helicopters and the entirety of LAPD. Queen Latifah dies. Cleo dies. Frankie dies. Tashawn dies. And then it ends with Stoney getting her money, getting onto a bus going to Mexico, making it to Mexico, and starting her life over with the money that she got from that last heist. The end. 26 seconds left.
See, that wasn't hard.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I feel like I left out a lot of. Well, we'll talk in detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Nicely done.
Thank you. My heart is racing.
I can tell. It's okay.
It's always
Thanks.
a balance of finding like which details to include. Like, you do the emotional aspects or do you do the plot aspects? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do it.
You're going to.
Huh?
You're going to.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
No.
Before I die.
No.
So how do we want to get into this?
Well, Ciara, why did you choose this movie?
Well, one, it took me forever to pick this movie. It took me a few months to figure out a movie for this episode. And I was scrolling through like black movie lists on Letterboxd today, and I got down to 4 movies, which then I couldn't get for free, so I had to think of something quick. And I saw Set It Off, and I've only watched this movie one time. I watched it once when I was probably 11. I think I'm gonna burp. Hold on.
Okay.
That was a good one.
So sorry. Thank you.
That's staying in.
Whew. Okay. So anyway, so I watched Set It Off when I was 11, and I never watched it again. I loved it so much, but it was just so emotionally heavy for me as an 11-year-old that it just scarred me, and I never picked it back up.
You want to know what movie is just like that for me? Fiddler on the Roof.
Really?
Yeah, but I didn't see it when I was 11. I saw it when I was like 23.
Oh, still,
Yeah.
I get
That's
it.
crazy. I did not get that from that movie. Well,
What?
I watched it when I was young.
What,
so
Fiddler?
I didn't get it. I was just bored by it.
Oh,
So
Fiddler. Oh, it's a lot different when you're a lot older.
yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta watch it now.
it is a sad movie. It's great, but it's so sad.
Yeah.
But
You
so
said- You said you cried during this movie when you were 11.
I did cry during this movie. Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, it was emotionally heavy for me. I cried at the end of the movie when I watched it when I was 11. I cried so hard that I almost threw up. It was one of those. And so, like I said, it scarred me for a while. And then I saw it on the list earlier today, and I asked Steven if he'd seen it, and he said no. And I said, all right, are you wanting to watch like a heist movie with black women, and it's like action packed, and the ending might make you cry? And he said, okay.
And that's exactly what we got.
That's exactly what we got. And I wanted to watch the movie just to see like how the ending would affect me. I still cried at the same points. I didn't cry as hard as I thought. I feel like if I were alone, because I watched it for the first time when I was alone. I feel like if I was alone, I'd be like, like crawling down sliding down the wall, throwing up, like pissing and crying. Like
You'd be like Blair Underwood in that one short shot that we got of him
Yes.
during the chase scene
Yes.
where he's back at home and it's all dark and he's just laying in
Laying in his
bed.
bed.
Like he just got instant severe depression and
Yeah.
is nearly suicidal. For that, half a second shot that we got of him.
exactly. I mean, even after watching it this time, I went to the bathroom and I sat there just like like it is a heavy ending. But it is one of my favorites, and I'm happy that I got to show you guys.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have seen it.
And I was nervous of what movie to pick for Black History Month, just because there are black movies and then there are black movies.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to show non-black people black movies, because even with like for example, I wanted to watch Baby Boy so fucking bad. So bad, and black people hate that fucking movie. we hate Baby Boy, but it's one of those hate watches that you just you can't help but watch it when it's on. And like it's like it's like an unwritten rule that like black people can dog on that movie, no one else can dog on that movie.
Oh, okay.
To everyone else, this has to be black excellence, but to black people, this is dog shit. So when it comes to watching or showing non-black people black movies, I get a little nervous because it's like, what if they don't like it? But they don't like it because they don't understand the nuances.
Right.
So I was like, what is a movie that is digestible for all races? It just has black people in it, in the forefront. And so Set It Off was perfect for that, I think.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, Dan? Like initial impressions of the movie?
I enjoyed this movie. It wasn't my favorite of all time. But I liked it more the further I got into it. The further it went, the more I liked it, which I just said that twice. But the beginning was a lot for me because it was very intense, and I just wasn't in it yet. So I don't know if it was the movie or if it was just me, but like I didn't feel like in the beginning it had like earned that emotional severity. Like, because like right off the bat it was like people are screaming and crying and getting shot, and it's like, okay, all right, but I don't care about it yet, you know. So, but again, once I got to know the characters, then I started to care a lot more as the story got on, and I almost did cry a little bit. So that's my thoughts. Those are some of my thoughts.
Yeah. What are your initial thoughts?
So, my only issue with this movie is that it is a very uncomplicated movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's that saying that I adhere to, which is, I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards.
Yeah.
This is not a cowardly movie.
No.
It is not a cowardly movie at all. People say what they feel, and it's just a very direct movie. But even so it's like, yeah, I understand why you cried when you were 11 watching this movie. But I don't want to say it's a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. And also the reception for it, like, I think it has like a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, so...
which is crazy. I feel like it should be just a little bit higher, but then again, I feel like a lot of people don't watch this movie. A lot of people have, but like they don't, like, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't think this is that well known of a movie.
Yeah.
Because now I haven't seen it, but I know that it has a similar premise, which is Dead Presidents, which came out a year before this movie.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure that the way that they got this movie made was, it's Dead Presidents, but with women.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my only thing is that it's an uncomplicated movie, which kind of goes against it. And I think what you said, Dan, it's a very fast-paced movie. Like, it doesn't let things develop well because it wants to do so much. Yeah. And it's a 2-hour movie too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's trying to do, maybe if it took it a little bit slow, or if it didn't try to do so much, or if it was a little bit more subtle in its dealings, it might have been a better movie. But I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think it's like a waste of time or anything like that. I mean, especially when you see these actresses when they're, just starting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the casting is phenomenal. I love the casting so much. Because we have Jada Pinkett Smith, which 90s Jada Pinkett, fine as fuck. Oh my! The whole cast is so sexy. Let me tell you.
Have you seen Tales from the Crypt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch that at some point.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then we have Vivica A. Fox, which, my God. Ugh, I just adore her. I was born in the 2000s. I was born in 2000.
Okay.
So I guess I sort of can and cannot say that I've seen early Vivica Fox. But she's been in so many movies that I watched growing up. And so seeing her in this light, because like the movies I watched growing up, they're more like kids movies or PG-13 movies, whatever, but like seeing her in this light, I was like, oh my God. Like she had the sexy pixie cut, the really good wig, like it was really nice.
Have you seen Booty Call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
I can't forget about that one.
The thing with this cast is because it's done like sort of relatively early in their careers, that's like, it's like bringing up memories of like different movies and shows that they've been in. It's like, I should go back to that. Let me see what that's about. And then we have introducing Kimberly Elise.
I don't know anything about this actress, so.
Which is completely fine. I only know her from one thing and one thing only, and that is Medea's Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Okay.
Fuck, I love that movie so much. It's one of the worst ones. In the tier list of Madea movies, it's probably... Family Reunion's number 1.
Okay.
And... yeah, I would say it's probably number 2. Okay. I'll give it number 2.
Okay.
I fucking hate Madea movies, but I will tier list them. Which I was going to show you one of those, and I decided not to last minute today.
Yeah,
so you're very welcome.
I think all of the Madea movies are number 2 in my heart.
That is very fair.
Okay.
And then last but not least, we have my one and only Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. For those of you who only know her from Taxi with
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. God. I'm gonna start blushing.
Okay.
Queen Latifah has always been so beautiful and sexy and gorgeous to me my entire freaking life. She's probably one of the main reasons why I knew I wasn't straight. Because I was like, I don't know. Because when you're young and you see beautiful people, you start to idolize them. It's like, oh, I want to look like them. I was like, I want her to hold me. It was one of those, you know. She is so fine in this movie. She just plays a stud. A stud with cornrows and a cigarette. Oh my god. It's enough. And it's enough for me. It's all I need.
I get it.
That's all I need. And she's just a fantastic actress. She truly, truly is. Everyone did such an amazing job. And I read in an interview right before we started watching the movie that like all of them were already so well bonded before this movie started, before they started shooting. And so like the sisterly bond that we see throughout the film, it was genuine.
Yeah.
It was genuine. They just played it up a little bit, obviously, for the movie. But I don't think I've seen like a cast work so well together.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very, very rare. Like, if anything, you try to make it up in your head, you know, or like you're like, oh, I like these two people, but if this person was gone, like, you know, we wouldn't miss them. I can't imagine this movie without the four of them.
Yeah, this movie is best when you have all four of them on the screen and interacting together, for sure.
100%. Yeah. And then we have fucking Blair Underwood.
Yeah.
Like,
he's not a bad actor.
He's not a bad actor. And I don't even know I don't know what he's like personally, like in his real life.
He hasn't been canceled yet. He's still in things, so he seems to be a good guy.
At this point, probably. He's very, very just a moderate man. You know, he's just there. Yeah. But when I tell you, every time I see that fucker's face, because of Medea's Family Reunion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, again, is the best one. He acts his ass off in that movie, but he is a piece of shit in that entire film. Like, from beginning to end, one of the worst people to ever exist on God's green earth. And so anytime I see his face, I get like a visceral, like, ugh, disgusting. Like, anytime he came on screen, he wasn't even a bad person. He was a bit like uppity, you know, in the beginning of the movie.
You said that. I did not.
Yes. He was a bit uppity in the beginning or whatever. He kind of chills out a little bit more towards, you know, the middle of the movie because, like, no one really cares about him. We're worried about the women. But anytime he showed up on screen, I was like, fuck this guy. Get him out of here.
You know who's that for me?
Who?
Vera Farmiga.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Up in the Air. With George Clooney.
Really?
Yeah, she's a fucking cunt. Holy shit. And like the only movie that I can watch where I don't feel that way about her is The Departed. And
I can see that.
Else, yeah, I fucking hate that bitch.
See
I know she's not, you know, I know she's a great actress, and I know she's a fine person.
Yes.
You know, so I'm not shit talking her at all, but it's like, that her performance in that
was just so, too good.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, fuck her. Yeah.
Most of the bad men in the Medea movies are like that for me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Like, I'll see them in anything, and I'm like, here this motherfucker goes. Like, I'm not cheering for you. I hope you die in the first 5 minutes, bitch. Like, I get so angry, and I get that. It's so funny to me because, I guess, as an actor, when you're playing a bad person, you want people to believe that you're a bad person, you know, not like in real life, but like in the movie, like you want to be a believable villain. I wonder if they really take into consideration like what that means.
Well, you know, as long as industry people, are fine with it, you know, I suppose they're, you know, as long as they keep getting jobs, you know what I mean? But I saw this one thing on Reddit. And it was a wrestling fan, and he was a fan of this one woman who played a heel. And he like saw her, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, I love you. Every time I see you, I cheer for you." And she's like, "No, don't. I'm a heel. You should boo for me if you really like me." So that's how wrestlers think of it, I guess. But
yeah, Blair Underwood, he did great in this movie.
You've got to see Murder in Mississippi.
I will check it out.
Okay.
I will check it out. Maybe it'll change my. I don't know if it's gonna change my views on this motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I saw. Who did we see? Michael Ealy. We went to the film festival 2 years ago, and Michael Ealy he zoomed in because he was on set for something. That man is so scary to me because.
Does he have blue eyes?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So that's already like enough. You know,
black and with blue eyes.
Light skinned men with different colored eyes are terrifying creatures. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. They are not of this earth. But his role in oh my god,
I haven't seen it, but
The Perfect Man.
Oh, The Perfect Man, but way before that.
Okay.
Way before that. Oh, give me a second. I have to look for it.
Okay. Because I know him from a TV show called Almost Human, and it was with Carl Urban. He co-starred with Carl Urban, and he was great in that. But that was only a 1-season show.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was
it was a
Bad Robot show.
Yeah, it was a Bad Robot show. I remember I watched the first few episodes and I was like, oh, this is cool, and then I like didn't finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that movie? It's gonna kill me. Oh goodness gracious. For Colored Girls.
Okay.
So in the For Colored Girls movie, I only again watched that movie one time, and the only scene I remember is when he threw 2 babies off a balcony. I say babies; they were like toddlers.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he was mad at his woman for some fucking reason. Again, I watched this at a very young age. I don't remember anything. I just remember him being so fucking scary looking, and then. Like, he's like dangling both of them over the thing, and he's like, bet I won't fucking do it. And she's like, please don't, you're gonna hurt my babies. He was like, fuck you, and just drops them. And they both die.
I'm gonna watch this movie tonight now.
Dude, it is intense. But yeah, so since that, Michael Ealy
loves movies where babies die.
There's that Will Ferrell, Zach Galifianakis one where a baby gets punched in the face in slow-mo.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Was it The Campaign or something like that? Yeah. Yeah, so since then, Michael Ealy has been like, it's like a visceral, like every time I see him, I'm like, you are a killer.
Yeah.
So it's so funny that happens. Because like I said, Blair Underwood in this movie, not a bad guy.
No.
At all. He just comes from money, went to Harvard. That's it.
Well, I think that part is probably the weakest part of the script.
Yeah.
That was very badly. Well, I don't want to say it was badly written. It just wasn't up to the strength of the rest of the script.
I hated him off the bat, bro.
Yeah.
He got better as the movie went on, but off the bat, he was such a piece of shit.
What did he do that was such a piece of shit, though?
Have you ever been to DC?
Well, no.
Have you ever been to New York?
Well, he doesn't.
Have you ever been outside LA? Oh my gosh, you poor thing.
Hey, he wanted to make her a Catwoman.
And you know what? I think the way he introduced himself to Stoney was so slimy. I was like, every fucking time he's in a movie, he's always just like, what's a fine woman like you doing in an establishment like this? Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Leave me alone.
He was very like, oh, my beautiful queen.
Yeah.
He was like, I will do anything you desire. I'll be your genie. I wanted him to say, if you rub my bottle.
Well, I was thinking of Labyrinth when David Bowie says, to Jennifer Connelly, teenage Jennifer Connelly.
Teenage Jennifer Connelly.
What is it? I will be your slave if you'll just submit to me, or do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He started off far too fucking strong.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I'm gonna say this in defense of Stoney, because I do know there's some people who were like, what the fuck is she so quick to jump at this man for? My girl went through so much trauma. She's about to rob a bank. She's not she's not in the right headspace.
No, she needed somebody.
She needed another anchor that wasn't her 3 friends who were also trying to rob a bank. You know what I mean? And so that's what he was for her.
Yeah, well, it's also the 4 quadrants where you have to have a love story.
Exactly.
And even with a female-oriented movie, they're going to have a love story for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was it.
Again, his character got better as it went along.
Yeah.
When you realize that he wasn't like a super creep or...
I thought he was going to be a legit creep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I think maybe they did too much with him, making him so wealthy.
Yeah.
But and like
But
another
then-
movie. Yeah.
Sorry. Chloe's character.
Cleo.
Oh, Cleo. Cleo.
Cleo.
Cleopatra.
Cleo. Sorry. Cleo, I think, calls him a buppy,
Yeah.
like a black yuppie,
Yep.
Oh, okay.
which I laughed really hard. I wrote it down.
Because it was when they were planning to hit up his bank, and she was like, "Please not that one." She's like, "Bitch, we're getting bags. Like, you shut the fuck. I don't give a fuck about that man. We're getting bags."
But I can see like there are like a lot of movies in here that if you like, you can like take it out of this movie and like just make it its own movie. And with Blair Underwood, what that movie is she can either choose a life of crime or she can choose a life with this wealthy guy. But does she really love the guy, and does she want to be dependent on him?
Right.
Or would you rather have her independence but through crime?
Right.
Like that would be like just that alone.
That alone is a great movie.
Yeah,
Hour
yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah, you should.
Easy.
You should write it.
Fuck no.
Okay. Okay.
What do we want to talk about?
The white guy in the movie.
Yes.
John McGinley.
Yes.
Scrubs.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
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 You never watched Scrubs?
No.
God, I need to get you to watch Scrubs. You'll fucking love it. It's so good.
He's great in
He's
Scrubs.
great in Scrubs, dude.
Yeah.
When I saw him, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen him in a serious role. Honestly, I think I've only seen him in Scrubs.
Platoon. You should watch Platoon.
I don't want to watch Platoon.
You should watch Platoon.
Okay, Daniel's trying to get me to watch Platoon.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I meant to try to get you to watch it because I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
It's a really good movie.
Okay.
It's a really good movie.
I'll watch it.
It's got your man, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
It does not have his penis though.
Your other man.
Yeah.
Man, he's number one. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, you. I thought you meant like my celebrity men.
Holy cow.
I thought you were talking about my celebrity men.
The most disrespected I've ever felt in my entire life right now.
I thought you were talking about your celebrity men. My celebrity men. I'm so sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I guess you're number one or whatever. But Willem's not number two. Understand that? So with this movie,
Okay.
She
what
puts
do I
her
want
hand
to
out.
talk about? I don't know where to start.
We
okay,
just talk about the things we liked about it.
Well, the first thing. Well, okay. I want to start with. This is such a '90s movie.
Oh
It
yeah.
is such a '90s movie.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
Down to the sex scene. Can I please describe to the folks at home?
No, they should watch it themselves.
No. Describe it a little bit.
okay.
Describe it a little bit. Talk about the pearls.
No, that wasn't pearls.
It was a chain.
Yeah, it was a gold chain. It was his gold
He
chain.
took his
He
gold
it
chain
off.
off.
Oh, I thought it was a pearl.
No.
necklace.
Took off his gold chain.
He
Okay,
didn't have the
so
budget for pearls.
no. So what we have, ladies and gentlemen, and the they thems, we have the color scheme is red and black with lit candles. Stony is being rubbed down with oil.
Stony played by Jada
by
Pinkett
Jada
Smith.
Pinkett Smith
Yeah.
is being rubbed down with oil by Keith, played by Blair Underwood. Naked. So naked. Oh my god. Also, her butt looks so good.
Oh my god.
Her ass is beautiful.
I was like, did they get a body double for her? But no, because you see her face.
Yep. Yeah, her ass is
And her ass at
gorgeous.
like the same time. Yeah,
Yeah.
and her ass is
wow. Yeah. It kind
probably
of
the
blew
best
me.
ass I've ever seen.
No,
in
truly,
cinema.
it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
So he's rubbing her down with oil, all naked,
Yeah.
and all the while, "Don't Let Go" by En Vogue is playing because this is a '90s movie.
Yeah.
And he's rubbing her down. He's kissing on her back and like rubbing her ass and shit. And then he takes off his gold chain because it keeps getting in the way.
Yeah.
And then he uses it and just drags it down her back, down to her ass crack. Oh man! Like it's so. But the thing is, it goes on for so long that you almost feel uncomfortable at some point.
Yeah.
However, the start of it, however stark it was, I was in.
Yeah.
I was in 10 toes. Like, it was beautiful. It was, and it's just, it's not even like a full, it's a montage. It's like,
it's probably the best scene that they have together.
Yeah.
And it might be because they're not talking to each other.
Exactly. Because we don't see much hunching. Once they start really hunching, then we cut to the next day.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. Like, so it's, so it's literally just, ooh, let me touch your body.
Yeah.
And then Vogue just like, ow! And I'm sure it's hot as fuck, and there's so many candles. Oh my God. And then it's over.
Yeah.
But it's the longest, like 2 minutes. But the shortest 2 minutes I've ever experienced. It was weird. It was glorious.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great.
It reminded me of The Room. Because the sex scenes in The Room were so long. I was like, we're gonna go for the whole song.
Another 90s crossfading montage.
God, so good.
We're gonna watch a movie with that at some point, probably soon.
Perfect.
What, with The Room?
No,
90s crossfading
a
love scene.
90s, softcore love scene.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So.
I thought of one, and I was like, it's probably not that one.
Which one?
Deep Blue Sea.
No.
Okay. There was one with Tom Cruise that I saw, and it was crazy.
Risky Business?
No, it was a different. I forget which one it was. I wanted to watch it just because I knew there was titties in it.
Okay.
And like his mouth is on titty. It was crazy.
Oh.
It was crazy. He like drips. He like drips champagne on some chick's nipple and just like. It was nuts.
That reminds me of. It reminds me of Rising Sun, which is a Sean Connery and oh my God. He went to jail for tax evasion. He was in
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, yeah. It's a Sean Connery Wesley Snipes movie, right? But it's got this Asian actor. I can't believe I don't know his name. But anyway, the Asian guy. He has a naked lady, but she has like sushi all over her naked body.
Yeah.
But there's another another naked lady beside him, who's like feeding him
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, so he takes the sake and then he like dips, puts the sake up to her nipple, and then he sucks it off her nipple.
That's just so crazy that they just did that shit, dog.
Yeah.
God, film is.
We might watch Rising Sun, and that's a movie where a white prostitute dies from being choked at a party at a Japanese corporate headquarters in LA.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, so
Written by Michael Crichton.
question for you.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a follow-up.
Okay.
How many heist movies have we watched so far?
Oh, okay. Let me pull up our list.
Oh.
Because I feel like it's 2, but it might be more.
Because that's a very good question. There's To Live and Die in LA.
Yeah.
That is 1.
I haven't updated my list on Instagram. Oh, yeah, sorry. Captain Fantastic. They steal,
yep.
They steal a child.
Is 1.
Oh, that's right.
And groceries.
It's so funny you got that as a heist movie. That's hilarious.
And Ashes.
And Ashes. And People's Hearts.
Those are the only 2 I can. Oh, Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Big Gold Brick.
We have to count
If
it.
you count that as a movie. Yeah, I think that might be it.
I feel like there's got to be more where people steal stuff.
Well, there's things we have movies where people steal stuff. I mean, that's Free Jack.
Yeah.
But a heist movie is a specific kind of movie. So.
So out of them, where does Set It Off? Where do you rank
here's
it?
the thing. So far, Set It Off is like it's like the most mainstream heist movie we've seen.
Yeah.
You know, like if you think of a heist movie, because nobody thinks of Captain Fantastic as a heist movie,
Right? Yeah.
I mean, there's Live and Die in L.A.,
Which is like the heist movie.
Yeah.
Well, even that I feel like is more like I don't feel like that's a heist movie as much.
No, it's not
Not
because it's the cops doing
like-
the heist.
yeah.
And that's like a subplot, It's
Yeah.
not even the main plot. So, and then there's Bad Santa, but that's a comedy. There's there's a thing going on with it. So, I mean, yeah, I think this is a good movie. I think it's a good movie.
That's so great to hear.
It's definitely better
Yeah.
than Big Gold Brick.
Yes,
And
as is everything else that we've watched.
yes, I feel like Big Gold Brick is the most heist. Well, I guess it's only one.
I would
scene.
have to remember anything about Big Old Brick. I literally cannot think of anything other than it has the actors that it has, and hating every frame of watching it. So, yeah.
May I?
Yes.
Okay. There are a few things that I liked about this movie.
Okay.
Just a few.
Okay.
I love that when they are doing their first heist and they have like their wigs and like their disguises, they're slapping them shits on like their ball caps.
Yeah.
I found that so funny.
They do it in the bank.
They do it in the bank. They come through the doors of the bank. There's like a little corridor before they're
Yeah.
into the lobby of the bank, and they're just adjusting their shit. And like what?
And
they're
fighting about robbing this bank.
and fighting
Yeah.
about it, and they're just slapping the wigs on like their fucking baseball caps. It was so funny. And then at the second bank. Second bank? No, I think it was still the first one. Yeah. Which character? Oh, I forgot to write down which character says it. I want to say it was Stoney. She was like, "I'm a bitch with a gun. Two."
No, it was Cleo.
It was Cleo. That's
has
right.
two guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just had everybody to get down. She's like, "I'm a bitch with a gun. Two." And I know that was improvised, and it was just so perfect. Because Queen Latifah, if she gonna do anything, she gonna improvise.
Yeah.
Because I love Living Single so much. It's my favorite sitcom that ever existed ever in television.
Okay.
And I almost positive she improv majority of her lines. Like she's just great. Speaking of Queen Latifah, actually, I want to talk about the characters.
Okay.
I want to talk in depth about these characters.
Okay.
Cleo. I'll start with Cleo because she is my favorite. However, that bitch is annoying. But I love her. I love her.
Are you saying that you would date her but not
Fuck
marry
no.
her?
I would. Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Fuck, marry, kill.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah. You can marry two.
I can marry two.
Yeah.
I'm marrying Stoney.
Okay.
And I mean, rest in peace to Sean. If she doesn't die first, I'd marry her. I'd take care of her kids so well. Jawan and I would be the best mommy to Jawan, I swear. So I'm marrying them too. Frankie looks like she would hit me, and I don't want that. Cleo also looks like she would hit me, but we would like fight. You know what I mean? Like we would both have dukes. Frankie would do some dirty shit and like clock me in the head with something
Yeah, I
heavy.
never really liked Frankie through the whole movie.
Like she looked like she would fucking kill me, and that's enough for me to say I'm gonna kill her on accident. You know, accident.
Can I tell you guys something?
Yeah,
I would marry Frankie.
you would marry Frankie.
Yeah.
You need a
That's
strong
why
woman. You need a strong
I
woman
want to like clothe me.
to put you in your
Yeah,
place.
tell me how to dress and all that shit.
Frankie is crazy.
But Dan, it's not like I'm not used to crazy women.
That is true. Wait, I would fuck Cleo. As long as I never have to see her ever again. I think the thing is with Cleo is I would want to see her again, but I know she's not good for me. And so
Yeah.
I would have to have the strength to stay away from her.
Right.
And that would be my big challenge. But I feel like it's a challenge I'm willing to accept.
Right.
Because Cleo's so fucking hot. Oh my god. What the most handsome stud I've ever seen on television. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, so Cleo. I was talking about it earlier when he went to the bathroom. I was like blushing. So Cleo, love her so much. She's a down ass bitch. She knows what she wants. She's gonna fucking get it. You know. The thing is that my girl is so hard headed. fuck. She's so hard-headed, and she knows what she wants. She's like, shit'll happen. It's fine. I'm aware that shit's probably gonna pop off. I'm gonna come out scot-free. I might have like a bullet might graze me, but I'm good. That's her whole mentality. She's aware of the danger, but she's like, that's inevitable. That's a given. I'm gonna still go do it, you know. And there's not a lot of planning on her part until her final scene. But there are like 5 times.
That's a great way of putting that.
Thank you. But there are 5 times in me writing my notes where I've been like, she won't shut the fuck up. She won't sit down. Cleo is pissing me off. But I love her character so much.
That's a character trait of hers.
Yeah.
And she maintains it, you know, the entire movie.
Exactly. So, and because even in the beginning when they were just like, yeah, we can rob a bank, she was like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking, y'all put it on the universe. We're gonna do it. We're gonna succeed. We're gonna be rich bitches. Like she's very much like when you get friends to go out for drinks. And as if I know the experience, I don't go out, but you have friends that go out for drinks, and you have the mom of the group, you have the leader, and you have the bitch that's gonna get you into the bars. She's the one that's gonna get you into the bars. She thinks she's the leader. That is not the case. But she's the one that's going to get you where you need to go, and then the other ones will establish their
handler.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly who Cleo is. And I guess I could move on to another character because that's all I have to say about Cleo.
Okay, so you'll definitely fuck Cleo.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, so the next person.
He was establishing that, like, at my fuck, marry, kill, I would be fucking Cleo.
But who are you gonna kill? I forget.
Frankie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm marrying Stoney and Tashawn. I feel like the 3 of us would really take care of Jawan, like, really well. Like, we would be so good.
Absolutely.
And lesbian throuple.
Exactly.
Kid. Yeah.
Dude, come on. What's
more love than he could handle?
Dude.
He's gonna need a male guy. He's gonna need some male influence.
Dude,
so.
what doesn't a black lesbian love more than taking care of other people's kids? I'm telling you.
You better get Blair to be his uncle.
God, dude, it's black lesbians' favorite pastime to take care of other people's kids. I think we would do so well. And if Stevie, who is Stoney's brother, if he had not died, I'd be putting his ass through college.
Okay.
We would apply to DeVry, bitch. We would get him into college. It was the last thing we fucking do.
Yeah, he didn't get into UCLA, but he can get into community college.
Right, hello? Like, California's fucking LA.
Yeah.
It's full of them.
Yeah.
He would have been fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god. We're gonna circle back.
Okay.
We're gonna circle back.
Okay.
So my other character, Stoney. Stoney loves Stoney.
Okay.
Stoney is, I feel like they try to make her more tragic than she was, which is crazy to say, even though we just talked about her brother dying. Her parents died 4 years before this movie starts. So it's just her taking care of her brother, trying to put him through high school, trying to get him through college, whatever. And she's just like down on her luck. She needs money. She wants to get her brother through college, even though he fucking lied. She had to...
Well, he needed the party. He wanted the graduation.
I guess. Fuck that boy. I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Need the
party. She ends up having sex with a man in order to get a job with him and in advance, because she was under the impression that her brother was accepted at UCLA. He just didn't get the scholarship. Turns out that's a lie. She rips up the check, which fucking blew my mind. Yeah. I can understand it. Absolutely, I can understand why she would do it, but it was also like, oh, I know later in the day she was like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. She just wants to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
That's her whole motive, I feel. She wants to feel like she did a good job raising her brother, so she wants to get him into college. When he dies, she feels like she failed him completely. She failed him, she failed her parents, she failed herself, because she thought she was strong enough to do this. She wants to be a really great friend to the girls, like, so badly. Like, whatever, not really whatever they say she'll do, but she'll just be like, she'll hang around, she'll joke around with them. She'll enjoy being in the presence. They enjoy being in her presence. And she just wants to feel like she has space in this world. And there are times where she, in the movie, she says that she doesn't feel free. She feels caged.
Yeah.
Like, she's always going to be in the project. She's always going to, be like scrimping and saving, yada yada. She doesn't feel like she has the autonomy to be anywhere else than where she is, and that's her driving force throughout the movie. Pretty much, when she gets the first to get 12 grand, they split that 4 ways. It's only 3,000, but she was like, this is
3,000's a lot.
3,000's a lot. And she's like, this is amazing. This is exactly what I need, and I might need more.
Yeah.
You know, and it's less of like a ooh money, grubby. It's just like this is how she feels like she's gonna be able to get out of LA and have a fulfilling life. And Keith, Blair Underwood's character, tells her that she's fully capable of doing that. Whether it's being with him or by herself is, beyond me. But she says she's totally capable of having that life for herself that she really, really, really wants. So I guess in that case, she is rather tragic. Mm-hmm. She's like the tragic character out of like all the dynamics of the girls. Mm-hmm. But she's the one that makes it out.
Yeah. Well, she's also the audience surrogate.
She is the audience surrogate, yeah.
And so that's why we see her, have the romantic relationship that she does with Blair.
Yeah.
And ultimately why she's also the one who is the only one to get out.
Yeah.
Because the audience follows her point of view, mm-hmm. Throughout most of the movie. So,
yeah. And then the detective whose name escapes me. The white guy.
Scrooge or something.
Strobe?
Yeah.
Strobe?
McKinley.
Yeah.
Played by John McKinley.
Yeah. He feels for her so bad because...
Well...
I mean, it is his fault.
He killed his brother, but not him. But
hold on. His character is just so schizophrenic because they can't decide whether or not to make him like a racist white LAPD detective, mm-hmm. or someone who is a tragic figure in himself and like feels bad.
Yeah.
That, he's part of the system that allows this, mm-hmm. and it's just so fucking schizophrenic.
It's so wild.
But thank God, it's only a minor part of the movie.
Yeah. And then whatever they picked, they kind of like kept that at least towards the end. Because when he sees her on the bus, like he could have been like, oh, what the fuck,
Stop that bus.
Yeah, it's like the traffic moment, like where it all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
With the ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
but you really, in the very beginning, it's like, oh fuck, it's a white cop at LAPD dealing with people in the projects. This is gonna fucking suck. And then and I'm waiting for that shoe to drop. I'm waiting for him to be an asshole. And even when Stevie was killed.
Yeah, well, he was an asshole at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I get it at the beginning because he doesn't know anything.
Right.
And, it's kind of understandable to suspect inside jobs from banks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it. But then, he's like, I'm sorry, you don't have to do this. Mm-hmm. What did he say?
Stevie was enough.
Yeah, Stevie was enough.
No more killing. Bitch, that wasn't my fault. Fuck you.
It's like if he was like the one cop in like all of the other Hood movies at this time,
right,
that would make sense,
right?
But
ridiculous, ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Go ahead.
He feels for her.
Yeah.
He does,
But I just wish it was developed more.
I wish it meant something.
Yeah.
I wish him feeling for her meant something.
Yeah, or it was like, telegraphed better in the movie. Just have a scene. Because we have a scene where he and his partner pick up Cleo.
Yeah.
But we don't have a scene where he and his partner go to Stoney,
right,
and says like, I know it was you,
right,
you need to stop this, I feel bad about Stevie, but you don't need to bring his death to drag you down, right, kind of like the John Hamm scene, with Ben Affleck
exactly
in the town.
Exactly.
Yeah, this movie needed that. Yeah, for sure.
But alas, but she definitely is the what did you call
audience surrogate?
Yeah, because there's no way in fuck that first of all, this cop's going to kill my brother and I'm going to attack him and not get shot on the fucking spot. Oh my god, that would have been a short fucking movie. But the fact that he's trying to hit everybody else but her, because we have to follow her story, all the way to the end, and he follows her story all the way to the end. I don't dislike her character. I think she's great. She just is the main character.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all it is.
I think she does a good job.
She does a great job. Yeah.
Yeah. There's not too much there's not much more we need from her as an audience surrogate, and then
Right.
And she's not carrying the movie
Exactly.
at all because it's such a great ensemble piece.
Exactly. Frankie, I feel so bad for my girl, but she hit her motherfucking point, and I don't blame her one goddamn bit. Like she worked. First of all, I thought she was gonna say she worked at the bank for longer. 2 years is not a long time.
I know 2 years is not that long.
But she did get a promotion in those 2 years.
She got a promotion the week before.
Yeah.
And then gets fired because she knew some dude from the project who robbed the bank.
Yeah.
Bullshit. That made me so fucking mad for her. Obviously it's supposed to. That drove me crazy. But for her to be like, can you believe I gave them 2 years of my life? Girl, I've been at my job, the only job I ever had, for 5 years. I feel like they're still gonna take more from me. Like I'm not getting much. I feel like I'd have more precedence to fuck some shit up. You feel me? To go scorched earth on that ass. But for 2 years, I don't know.
I didn't really like her character that much.
She was not my favorite. But I understood her completely, because the second she got fucked over by the bank, she was like, "That's my motherfucking money. I worked for that.
Yeah.
Nothing money's not belong to them. It's my money. Fuck them. We're robbing them." Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. Because honestly, how many times? Let's be honest. This is a safe space. How many times have each of us thought about I have no fucking money. What's the worst that could happen if I rob a bank successfully?
Also, I heard that the first time you rob a bank, you're kind of likely to get away with it.
Exactly.
The problem is if you rob it a second time, then they're probably going to get you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is exactly what happened in this movie.
That sounds like a great premise for a heist movie.
This is not advice to rob banks. Please don't rob banks.
Yeah.
It's just statistics.
Yeah.
We're smart college people.
And we're brainstorming a potential movie script.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or TT RPG. But yeah, so I completely understood it. Dude, just last week I was like, now what the fuck? Like if I get caught, I'll be in jail. I'll be in prison probably. I got a bed. I got a place to shit. I'll read a book until someone bombs me out, or I spend 6 years. I don't give a fuck. I'll take it. like it's that serious, especially now in this economy. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I don't blame Frankie at all for completely losing her cool at all. I do feel like
she did just witness a freaking murder happen.
Yeah.
It was a traumatic event, and they were not treating it like a traumatic
She's
event.
covered in
it was
fucking
the 90s.
blood.
It was the 90s. They didn't give a shit about that.
Yeah, but she's covered in fucking blood. She had a white woman shot in the head right in 2 feet in front of her. The other dude is fucking shot, falls back behind the counter with her, and she's just like, ah! And they're like, what's the procedure when? Bitch, that's why I loved her fucking last line.
Oh yeah.
God damn it! What's the procedure when you got a fucking gun to your head? Yeah. Because hello. Yeah. She should have asked that earlier.
you know what you want me to do? What you make me want to do now?
What?
I want to do a remake of Falling Down, but with Vivica A. Fox. Or have like a black woman.
Yep.
Yes.
That'd be so good.
Because Falling Down is such a boomer movie.
I mean, to be fair to Falling Down, they don't glorify him. They
do and they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, he has some points about society being flawed in a lot of ways.
Yeah, but reality also ensues, so that it shows that this guy is crazy. Don't do this shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't fully commit to the bit.
No, they did not. But they couldn't. I don't think they could have. And
they should have. He was right. I'm just kidding.
No, you just got me thinking about the pawn shop guy now. So.
Which? Oh, the white supremacist pawn shop.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie. I really forgot about that movie.
You're in bad whenever the worst people are like rooting for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy shit. What? I feel,
Okay.
I feel like I had one more thing about Frankie, but I can't remember.
Okay.
She's not my favorite character, but I understand her. Very much like a good for her kind of character for me. It's like, yeah, you better, bitch. Get your fucking money. It doesn't belong to you. And then we have Tashawn. Tashawn is me.
Okay.
Tashawn is like, I'll go with it. I just don't want to get in trouble, guys. Like, you can climb that fence. I'll steal you by the car. Like, I'll turn the lights out. Like, I completely.
She was good when she was, acting like she was part of the crowd.
Oh, that was fucking sick.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
She ate that.
Yeah.
She ate that good.
Yeah. But then we have the scene at the gun range.
They started shooting the gun.
The hood gun range. Overseen by Dr. Dre.
Overseen by Dr. Dre, which is so fucking crazy. His underground gun range with all of his supplies.
Yeah. And so they're all shooting guns, and then she shoots hers once, and then she immediately drops a gun.
Yeah, and then that covers her. She has the headphones on, but she's covering her ears.
Yeah.
She's Miss Timid who grows into Miss like don't fuck with me, and I loved that for her. It was a natural arc for a character like hers.
Absolutely.
She to me is the tragic one. Only because I think I relate a little bit to the situation, not so much to the grand scheme of it all, but so she all the girls, they work for
Luther's Janitorial,
except for Frankie until like later. After she loses her job,
like it at all.
she won't shut the fuck up about how much she hates it, which would piss me off bad. But they're working in this building. They're janitors, overnight cleaning service, and she usually has a babysitter. But instead of being paid under the table like Luther told her he would, because he's afraid of three people: the I, the R, and the S. Her paychecks are getting taxed really bad, and so she can't afford a babysitter. And so one night she has to bring Jawan with her. Jawan is probably about like what, 1.5, 2?
I was thinking 3, maybe. I don't know. But I'm not good with kids' age.
I feel like she's about 2, or he's about 2.
Probably so.
I'm not sure.
That sounds good.
At the oldest 2, and he does get into some cleaning supplies, and has to be rushed to the hospital.
When I saw her put him down and then leave, I'm like, okay, how is this baby going to die now?
I was thinking plastic bag. Honest to God, I thought she was gonna have one.
I was thinking he was gonna crawl off the balcony and fall.
See, I was thinking he was either gonna get severely hurt or he was gonna break something, and then she was gonna get called out.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you gotta give us money. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I totally forgot that it was because he drank cleaner. Yeah. And so I honestly, this is so funny because I forgot this moment in my own personal lore. My mom used to be a housekeeper.
Oh.
She used to be a housekeeper when I was very young, living on the Air Force Base. And obviously you can't bring your kids when you work. Obviously people do that sometimes because they have to. My dad was out of state. My other siblings were in school. So it's me and my brother. With my mom, and she's cleaning these houses, and of course we were aware, like don't touch shit that's not yours. I barely remember any of the houses that we went to, but I know that we stayed put the entire time, and so obviously that's like the ideal. If you have to bring your kid with you, it's ideal that they don't touch anything and they don't make themselves known, seen, or heard, and they don't get into stuff that's not theirs. But of course, it doesn't happen all the time. And I felt super bad for Tashawn because it's like all she wanted to do was just get this done and then take her baby home.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It's hard because I can understand why CPS was called, and it's unfortunate that she doesn't have enough money for the daycare and all that stuff. I can't say that it's not. I don't say it's not her fault that the baby was harmed, because shit happens, you know what I mean? But like she, through her actions, put her baby in danger.
Well, if I may get into the Mao Zedong hour for a moment, that just shows the need for, we need like
affordable childcare.
Yeah, affordable childcare.
100%.
Free childcare.
Yeah. Maybe provided by our tax dollars. Yeah.
And
so that these poor women, not even just single women, but just poor women can, get the jobs that they need.
Right.
And, I mean, I don't understand. Because, in our capitalist society, they want to bring down, they don't want to pay laborers anything.
Right.
But if you don't pay them anything, then how can they, take care of their children?
Exactly. And this was like, of course, this would be anybody's breaking point.
Yeah.
But especially when, in the beginning, when Luther was being very mean to her, when we first meet her, and Cleo was like, girl, you need to stand up for yourself. And in her mind, when they're about to take away Joanne, she's sort of standing up. She's trying to like prove to them like she's a good mother. It was an accident. She would be
a good mother if she had the money to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so,
or if there were the social services available to her
exactly
to allow her to be a good mother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this was the moment, I think once they like officially took the baby away and they said court date and money and stuff, like she was like, all right, I'm sticking up for myself.
Yeah.
I have to prove to them.
What choices she have?
Yeah. I have to prove to them that I will make sacrifices. And I'm not selfish and yada yada. Like that was hers. And I love Tashawn's character because you really do watch a gradual growth. With some of the characters, it's just like that's happening. But for her, it was kind of like she might just be timid. She might just be. She'll keep her little 3,000 and see if that can help to get her son back. And that's it. But she stuck with it. She was like, I'm gonna make sure my baby's good. I'm not gonna risk this happening ever again. Unfortunately, it can't really happen again because she's dead.
Yeah, and that came out of fucking nowhere.
Bro, I forgot that she dies, and I started crying then. From Tashawn being shot to the end of the movie, I was like, and that's like what 30 minutes, 30 straight minutes. I was bawling.
Alfred Hitchcock, he has a whole thing about the difference between suspense and surprise, and that was a fucking surprise.
Yeah.
And, a guard comes out of fucking nowhere and just starts blasting as John McGinley is like, Stevie is enough, just put it down, and they put it down.
Yeah.
And then this guard swoops by and starts blasting.
Well, it's great because it's not only a surprise, but it's a surprise with suspense involved.
Absolutely.
Because it's a misdirect. We think that Cleo is going to get shot because Cleo is not putting her gun down. Yeah. Cleo is like standing her ground with the freaking Uzi, pointing it at the officers.
Yeah.
And she's like, hell no, I'm not putting my gun down. What are you guys doing? And like, she's not budging at all. And then out of nowhere, the guard comes around and shoots Tashawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, God, it was just so. Oh, I could get emotional again. Like she's the one character that I was like, she needs to have a happy ending. Like I really wanted it to be Tashawn and Stoney. I really did. Like not even just like a lesbian couple, just like I wanted them both to like. They had so much to live for.
Yeah.
Not that Frankie and Cleo didn't, but it was almost like written in the stars that they were going to be dead. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it was just like they are the two characters. If you had to choose between both of them, like it would be hard to choose between which one would be the one to live in the end. I would want them both. Yeah. So her death was very unexpected, and I feel so bad for Jawan. Like the entire time, the end of the movie, I was like, does Stoney go back for Jawan? Does she try to get custody for him? No, she's just in fucking Mexico with a bald head. Fuck the hell! I'm so mad. I'm gonna go back for the baby. God, it made me so mad. I think, did we hit all the characters already? Oh, I did it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. So Dan.
Yeah.
Who's your marry, fuck, kill?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't ask. I don't know.
All these pretty black women, Daniel. You gotta choose. You gotta choose wisely. You have to look at their pictures.
I have to look. No. That's not why. You guys will figure out why.
It's because you're bad with names and faces, right?
Well, okay. Fuck Ursula.
Okay.
Y'all forgot about her.
I did forget about Ursula. Was so sexy. Oh my god.
Mary. Oh my gosh. Stoney.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I keep thinking Stormy, but it's Stoney. Sorry. Okay. Mary. Stoney. Kill Frankie. Sorry, Frankie.
And Cleo's on mine.
And I'll also marry Cleo. Maybe I don't know because you have to marry 2 people, right? Or you can have to marry.
I say
you can double up on either of
anything
them.
you want to the other one.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
Either marry or fuck or kill.
Yeah.
Oh,
It could be any of them. Yeah.
It can be any of them. Okay,
Cleo.
then fuck Cleo
Okay.
as well. I'm not good at this game. Sorry, guys.
It's really funny.
Well, it's funny because you said to fuck Ursula and then fuck Cleo, so you're gonna be the man sandwich in a lesbian
Yeah.
threesome.
I
Or
was-
are you just gonna sit there and watch with your sweet, sweet black lesbian love?
I'm a partake.
Okay.
Before we started recording, I was telling Steven how I was talking more about how much I love Queen Latifah and how sexy I thought that Cleo was in this movie. And I am bisexual. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I feel like I do every episode. And I've only been with men, which is always tragic to me, because I do find women way more attractive than men. And I was telling Steven, I was like, I do like more like girly men. But I learned that
I'm sensitive, okay?
You are a sensitive guy.
But I learned through this movie and seeing Cleo that I need a manly woman. I need a stud to take care of me. I could not be with a femme. I probably couldn't be with a white butch lesbian, honestly. I think I need a black stud to really to draw me in. I think that's what I would need. So Daniel, if we ever are apart, if we ever decide to end things, just know you're already aware of what I'm going for next.
Damn. Okay. Not sure how I feel about
and
that.
I will be settled for life because we will get married within a week.
I guess I won't be too upset at that. That's better than another white man.
Oh, 100%.
I'd be like, what are you doing?
You would be
You
so
don't want that.
exactly. You know me so well. You're you're going through a crisis, babe.
Why go through the same mistake again?
Exactly.
Exactly. It's like, damn it, another one? Someone put on her watch. She's not well. Oh, that was fun.
And I would also marry Tashawn
Okay.
Deshaun, yeah, she's nice.
because she needs someone in her corner.
I would marry Frankie.
Yes.
Okay.
I would absolutely kill Cleo. But I don't want to fuck Stoney or Deshaun. That's it.
There's gonna
Why
be
not?
there's gonna be girlfriends that hang around.
Stoney has,
Yeah, they can be girlfriends.
You said Stoney has the best ass in cinema.
That is true. That is true. But I don't think Frankie would like me if I fucked any of her friends.
That's true. She would
Wow,
beat your ass.
This guy right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Played that very well.
Thank you.
You played it very, very well.
I got some game.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen it. He has some.
I believe it. Can I
Yes. Circling back.
circling back to Stevie?
Okay.
He's friends with Lorenz, who was Daryl's partner in crime, literally. Robbing the bank in the very beginning of the movie. He goes to Lorenz's house, and the way that cops are able to identify Lorenz is the AP that's shaved in the back of his head.
They stretched that credibility
Yep.
to its limit.
Yep, standing for Acorn Projects, which is where this project's where he resides. Stevie comments on that, and he says, "Yo, that shit's fat." And he said, "I bet you want that too, huh?" And Lorenz's girl was like, "He's not even fucking from Acorn Projects." And he was like, "Go in the kitchen and shave the AP in the back of his head." And that's exactly what happens. That's how Steven gets killed. Do you think that was planned? Because it's weird because there's
God damn it! I don't think so. I just think that part is very.
they needed a reason to kill Stevie.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's bad writing, but it is very weak writing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of this movie that is circumstance.
Yeah.
It leans heavily on circumstance.
Yeah.
Which could be a
Juwan
commentation.
also, you know,
It could be a commentary on
poverty being
Yes. Being preyed upon by police.
Well, also, if you are in below the poverty level, you can't recover from circumstance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If something bad happens to you, you are not able to financially recover.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas if you have the finances, circumstances matter less, much less. I mean, they can still screw your life up, but significantly less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think they were necessarily saying that. I think it was a little bit of a. They need to be sad. Each one of them needs to have reasons to go rob a bank.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, if it was me, what I would do, I mean, we started on the bank robbery. But what I probably would have done is I probably would have started with Stevie's funeral. Just start with Stevie's funeral, and then have John C. McGinley's detective come by, and he's like, I'm sorry, he got shot that way by the cops. Just do that. And then you wouldn't need all of that contrived stuff.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can go into the, the bank robbing scene.
Yeah.
And then it would cut, 15, 20 minutes from the movie.
Yeah.
So
then you would show the bank robbery scene that happened, or you wouldn't show that?
I would show it, after the funeral. It's after Stevie's funeral, where it's explained to the audience how he died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because it's so contrived. It's so contrived. It's not believable at all to me. So it's a very weak part of the movie. And if something is weak in the movie, just take it out. Just take it out.
Yeah, and again, that was definitely a part where I thought that the cop was gonna just be some racist man. He's like, "Fucking, we got the wrong guy. Get the fucking medic. Someone call the motherfucking ambulance. Oh my god,
Yeah, and that's why it's so schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And then he breaks the bottle. The only evidence for for them to know that Stevie was shot.
Oh my god.
Had a reason to be shot because, and obviously not a good reason.
Yeah.
He was reaching to take the bottle out of his jacket, which.
Yeah, a bottle of champagne, which has this metal foil on the top, so it looks like the bullet
And also,
or the barrel of a gun.
And also going into your jacket
into
like
his
that
jacket to
definitely
pull it
looks like
out.
you might be pulling out anything. And to be fair, my initial reaction was like, why the fuck would he do that? However, there was one time where me and Dan got pulled over and I was driving. I had no license and it was midnight, and there's a Florida law, you can't, whatever. But the guy, he asked for my license and everything, and I said, okay. And I thought that it was beside me. I had a little coin purse separate from my bag, and I was like, oh, sure. And I look and I'm like, oh, it's not in there. And without telling the police, hey, actually, it's in my purse, let me grab it, I just fully dive. Yeah. I dive back into my bag, and then I pull it back out, and I grab it from him. And literally any moment within that transition could have had me killed. Yeah. And so when you're, and I was obviously panicking because I've never been pulled over before. Yeah. And so when you're in a moment of panic, especially when you have a huge fucking champagne bottle where you're supposed to be laying down on the ground,
well, they also had a ton of SWAT.
They had SWAT team all around you. I just had 4 white guys at midnight. You know what I mean?
4 cops around us, though.
4 cops. It was fucking crazy because its fucking registration was expired.
Yeah.
It was bullshit. But I can see why he
didn't get a ticket, though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I made sure we didn't get a ticket. But I can see why he kind of just panicked and went to go pull it out so he could actually lay down. Because even if he couldn't fully lay down, we are fully aware that the cops will just fucking shoot you regardless. And so my initial reaction was why the fuck would he? And then I was like, actually, let me shut the hell up. Let me shut the hell up, because I definitely would have done the exact same thing.
Yeah. But then we saw that the police needed a SWAT for that guy.
Yeah. Because that man, how many officers? He's got 4 officers.
Yeah, he had an Uzi. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit. It blows my fucking mind that 4 people come into this apartment, this cramped small little room, and they're like, I wonder where he could be. And man just sitting in the corner what the
didn't
fuck?
He have a mirror set up? Because they looked to the right and they thought he was...
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he was in a closet where it was all dark for him.
But usually, at least from what I've seen on TV, I don't know. But in small spaces like that, they throw in a something
Flashbang
the
or
flashbang or something.
Sometimes, not all the time. So.
My
about.
girl, if I were the head of the SWAT, all my men would have been back in 5 minutes. Because what the fuck? They all marched in there full of fucking gear, heavy as shit, in this small cramped room. I would be so claustrophobic. And my man just has an Uzi and just cooks them.
Yeah.
Insane. I wouldn't be shocked if he got everybody dead. I would. When I saw his body laid out, like when they cut to the next scene, his body's laid out, I was like, there's no way. Because he obviously knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
That shit was nuts. The only way I think he could have died is if he just ran out of bullets. Because there's no.
Well, yeah, that's basically what happened.
Yeah.
He got cornered and couldn't, get out, so he was just going to take as many cops with him as he could, basically. But there's a lot of suicide by cop in this movie.
Oh yeah.
My only other problem with this movie,
Yeah.
Cleo, just get out of the car and go to jail.
No.
You'll be so happy.
No.
It's lesbian heaven.
No.
It's lesbian heaven. Bro.
I know, but she had to sacrifice herself because she
She didn't have to get shot.
she believes. I feel like it's not said, but she believes that she got everybody into this mess. She got Tashawn killed. And when she saw Tashawn, she barely even saw Tashawn when she was dead, and she broke down. You know what I mean? Like, she knows, or she believes that this is all her fault. She has to make the ultimate sacrifice, which is sacrificing herself. She has to be the distraction to get the other girls away because they have a better chance of making it. Especially Stoney. And she was like, this has to be it. She had to die. Her being taken to jail would have done nothing. She would have been interrogated to high hell, and they would have probably had to break her down even more to get the other girls. That's it. She had to die. I hate that she died that way, but she had to die.
She didn't have to die.
Yes, she did. I literally explained how she had to die.
In her mind, she had to die.
Yes. But also for the movie, she had to die.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been able to live with herself.
Exactly.
The way it turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also it fits with her character. She wanted to go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah.
Yep.
In a blaze of anger.
Yep.
And vengeance.
Yep.
Yeah, if you notice, so there are two major suicide by cops, which is Cleo's and Frankie's. With Cleo's suicide by cop, she gets out of the car and she starts, blasting at the cops with her Uzi. With Frankie, I think she just turns and runs, right? And then, the cops shoot her in the back. So, yeah.
It's Cleo's death. I swear to you, if they used any other song, I would be fine. There's something about.
No, bro.
I could start crying right now. There's something about her death scene.
It was so sad.
Because, literally leading up to this moment, it's only when we get to the tunnel where I'm sure any audience member was just like, Cleo's about to, Cleo's a good character. We like Cleo. Because before, Cleo was just being a big pain in the ass.
Oh, I don't like Cleo at all.
Yeah, she's being...
but I'm also an old man.
Yeah, it's fair.
Pointed a gun at
fucking Stoney. Pissed me off so bad. She pisses me off. I love her to death. But, it's not until the tunnel where she was like, get out the car, y'all split up. And in 60 seconds, you run out the other side of the tunnel. I got this. It's only then where we're just like, she's thinking. She's planned the rest of her life, literally. That's it for her, and she knows it. And like I said, it's the first time we really see her really put her mind into something instead of crashing into buildings and yada 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 and just shooting random shit and pointing guns at random people. She's thought this out. It was a rash decision for sure because she had to think on her feet. There's 2 helicopters on the other side of this tunnel. But for her, it was the right decision. And it's the one moment I feel like we've seen a calm in Cleo because she's very much like guns akimbo, or she's just flashing money and I got bitches and right. And she's very loud mouthed. She's so quiet the rest of her scene. I think she says all right, let's do this. She lights a cigarette and she just speeds, but she's relatively quiet.
You and me, baby. She says that.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why that made me emotional, but
yeah.
I don't know.
It's also Queen Latifah's a good actress.
She's so fucking good. She's so good. Yeah. And the fact she went out in her car.
Yeah. Was that the same? I was going to ask. Was that the same?
That's
car
her car.
That's
the car.
Yeah,
she's trying to exit. Yeah.
she has the hydraulics
Yeah.
go up and down while the cops surrounded her.
But she didn't have that in the beginning.
No, she got it
bought
fixed
it
up.
after they robbed
Yeah.
the first bank.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if she bought another car or if she just fixed up her old one like she said she was going to.
Yeah,
And
she just fixed it
I
up.
was like, that's awesome because
Yeah.
it said she had it since 7th grade. I was
Yeah,
like,
she's been working on it since 7th grade.
Yeah.
And so for her to go out with her one true best friend, it's such an emotional scene. And that was the scene when I was a child that made me cry so hard that I almost threw up. Like,
Yeah.
it destroyed me. And like, I don't know if it's just because I can watch a bunch of war movies and watch people get lit the fuck up and be fine. There's something with Cleo getting shot like that just, it affects me in such a way. I'm like getting emotional. It makes me, it upsets me so much. And watching her die, I think, was also a lot, because like we see her, obviously tensed from being turned fucking Swiss cheese, and then she falls, and then she is finally faint, and she's gone. Like we watch her body relax, but watching her like tensed up against her door, and like we're watching the life like leave her eyes. It was such a visceral death. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those like sacrificial deaths that happen in almost every action movie, but this one felt like a lot stronger for some reason for me.
Because she's such a tragic character, because we know, like you said, we know from the start she's not gonna
have a happy ending.
Yeah.
She's not gonna have a happy ending.
She has that mentality of like, there is no planning, this is gonna be my life. I'm okay to, be in, the quote unquote hood, because she's like,
I'll live in this project the whole rest of my life. Y'all have the opportunity to get out of here.
she's like, where else am I gonna go? She's, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but she doesn't see herself as being able to have any other type of future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if she's, that's what I mean is if she's happy there and she's safe and that kind of thing, then it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if she doesn't, she has no way of even planning a better life for herself.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about poverty is you don't have time to plan. You don't have the education to plan. You don't have the people around you helping you plan.
And it's also a lifestyle.
Right.
There was an author on cracked.com who wrote an article about this, about how, when you grow up poor, once you start, if you start making money, you have to learn how to live a different lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because he would say things like, because I was poor, whenever I got money, I would spend it on food and things as soon as I got it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm middle class, I realize that I should put money away and then invest it or save it for later. So that way I let my money make money for me, but I could never learn that while
Exactly.
I was poor.
And that's exactly my story too. Like I always grew up poor. Could barely eat half the time. Like I could barely have like breakfast, lunch, dinner at all. Most of my food was coming from school with like school lunches and free breakfast and stuff like that. And then I got my job at 19 and I was like, I'm big ballin' bitch. My first paycheck was like $200 and I was like, let's fucking go, and I've been trying to work on it for the past 5 years of having a job, but I still have like a really poor relationship with money because I know what it was like to not have any. So to have some at my disposal, like no one's gonna tell me what the fuck I can and cannot do with my money. I can do whatever I want. So I completely relate with that, and it's very, very hard. And yeah, it's so tough with Cleo because like she has the money.
Well, she gets the money.
She gets the money, and even still, she's just like, nah.
Because she also doesn't understand how money works. Like she she gets the money out of the first paycheck and she just spends it all immediately. And she quits her job.
She had $3,000. She quit her job and fixed up her car, which I'm sure cost probably more than $3,000, honestly. But like, and she was just like, I'm cool and I got money. Not really, baby.
Well, she was planning on robbing again. That's why. So,
it's just her character.
Which also kind of tells you how, poor people develop into professional criminals. Doing crime just to make a living.
Exactly, yeah. Because when you're desperate, you know.
Because, a lot of legitimate jobs don't pay enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
And there's also not always a lot of dignity.
Right.
There's low-paying jobs either.
exactly.
Like that scene where they're on the roof, they're looking out at the factory.
Yeah.
And they're like, $15 an hour, man. If I just had that, I would do anything they wanted. I would work as hard as they needed me to work in order to make $15 an hour. Which, I mean, in '90s money is a lot more than that.
yeah, because
But
now
still,
what
it's
the
like
fuck?
what? That's like $30 an hour now, or 25 or something like that. You know, it's not unthinkable.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And also, I think Cleo's goodbye to the girls was also like the part that really started to like get me really welled up again, because she's explaining it to them, and they're like, no, like we're in this together. She's like, y'all go. Like she's really making it set in. She's not telling them exactly what's happening, but they know. And we just watched Stoney and Cleo have a falling out, you know, and they made up a little bit, but there's like some tension. And they've been best friends for, was it 20 years, something like that?
Yeah.
So for them to have that last like knowing look and that hug, it was like an official goodbye. Like we were closing the door on Cleo at that moment. And so watching the rest was just like heart wrenching. Like you know exactly what's going to happen, but you cannot look away. I guess sort of the same with Frankie's death too. Like I knew she was going to die. Especially being faced off with the cop.
Yeah.
And again, as the viewer and with Stoney, like Stoney's watching.
Yeah.
As
that was
Frankie-
a great setup.
Yeah.
That was a great setup.
Yeah, Stoney is watching as Frankie is going to die.
Yeah.
And it was just like she couldn't look away. And neither could we. It's just one of the things where you know it's going to happen and you fucking hate that it is. You pray that something different's going to happen, but you know that this is the end game. So I kind of, I don't want to say enjoyed, but I liked that, like that shared moment between audience and Stoney.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like watching a car wreck sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. And I wonder with the officer, because he knows that Tashawn and Cleo are dead. Frankie's there. He doesn't know about Stoney yet. He doesn't see her on the bus yet. But once Frankie dies, do you think, other than the fact that he killed her brother, do you think, like knowing that her 3 best friends are dead, he was like, I'm gonna let this bitch just go.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna just let her have this. Yeah, I'm gonna just let her have
Yeah,
it.
he didn't know that was a bus to Mexico.
Yeah.
He didn't know, but he was just gonna, like, even if it didn't, like, he wasn't gonna pursue her for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah.
I wonder if like adding the fact that her best friends are dead, he was just like, I'm gonna give this bitch a break. Actually, I'm gonna let her chill out. She's got her money. She's gonna stay far away from me. That's all I need. God, what a fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I love this movie.
I would love to see this movie done as a TV show. Yeah, like maybe like a 10 episode per season TV show.
Okay.
Where, they're women and, they're in desperate straits, so they start robbing banks. Maybe last for 3 or 4 seasons.
Okay.
Before, everything catches up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I can
sounds
see
good.
that.
Yeah.
That'd be great. And that way, it'll have the time to develop all those things that I'm criticizing it for.
Yeah, I feel like this
But
was.
the thing with the pacing, though, I feel like it really does reflect like their mentality of like everything that's going on. Because like crazy traumatic shit happens, they want to figure their life out post that, and then how they can move forward. And so it's just a fast track.
Yeah.
But they're all thinking so fast, and they're kind of like moving like they're thinking off their feet pretty much for a lot of it. And so I wonder if the pacing was supposed to reflect that, or if it's just it's one of those things.
But that suits the 4 main characters.
Yeah.
It suits them fine.
Yeah.
But it's the secondary characters around them
yeah.
that suffers for it, like the detective,
Right.
and Blair Underwood.
Yeah.
So.
Because the detectives, listen, I don't know what it's like to be a detective. I've never been a cop. God willing, never will become a cop. But like, I don't know how fast these fuckers get criminals, but I know it's not that fucking fast. I can tell you that For sure. They were just like, yeah, enhance that video. Enhance with 1996 fucking technology. Enhance. Oh yeah, that's definitely the bitch I saw last week whose brother I killed. Oh,
Well,
and she's friends with this person and that person. So there's a good chance that this.
It was Cleo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because of, she threw out those CD cases.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But even still, like, it would take a lot longer.
Well, yeah, and that's another reason why
Yeah.
I'd like it to be a TV show.
Yeah.
So you can be a longer cat and mouse game.
Yeah, because I feel like it would take
detective.
like months to get all of that shit
Yeah.
processed and to actually have like actual real evidence to at least hit one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that they were able to get it done in 3 days was crazy.
I don't know, because, we also don't know, it wasn't like 3 days, because it's more stretched out than that.
That's true, yeah.
There is time in between. They go back
Yeah.
to work and things like that.
Yeah.
But also the thing why they're able to catch them so quick is because they're all connected to each other.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, Frankie's at the crime scene where Stevie dies.
They all were.
Yeah. They all.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
all were, and also, it's all in the same project. They all live in the same area. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they would have got caught because they were not very.
They weren't that careful.
No,
I
not
get
at all.
I
They
get
weren't.
that.
And
But
that's-
like
One other thing I wanted to say was like it would have been cool to get more from the detective's perspective too and build that suspense a little bit too.
yeah.
Because Frankie, whenever they're robbing the second to last bank, or maybe the last one, she's like, open the cow.
Yeah.
Which I wanted that to be followed up on because
Exactly.
that's a word that only
bankers would know.
Yes, only bankers would know, and so the other bankers would be like, how does she know that word? And
Yeah.
so they would know it's an inside job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a detail that was included that was good,
Yes.
but what should have been followed up on a little more.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Also, I really love the fact that like they were in the downtown Federal Bank or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like the police are there telling all the tellers about this shit.
Yeah.
And within 2 minutes of them leaving, shit gets lit up. I was like, that shit was crazy.
Well, like I said, it strains credulity. That's
Yeah.
another example of it. But I get it. But that should only happen once. Like that's the one thing you get, which makes everything else like tougher. So
Yeah.
Also, another thing that I loved, it was very subtle, I feel. But I think it might just be like a commentary on how poverty is preyed upon by police. When they hit up that one bank and the homeless man is out front,
yeah,
and it's one man, and they called for backup
yeah.
over one man with nothing on him but clothes. And he's like, I didn't do
Well-
anything. I'm just asking if she's got money. That's it. And they're
Well,
like,
he
and-
was probably drunk.
And
Oh,
he was
probably.
grabbing her.
Yeah.
He
That
wasn't
is
just
true.
asking for money. He was grabbing the lady.
that is true. But we got the security guard from in there. We had another cop, and then that cop called for fucking backup.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bank getting fucking robbed, bro. And we have 3 cop cars plus the security from this bank for one man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? There are bitches with Uzis just beyond this window. And they're just like, come on, man. You can't be asking people for money, man. It's broad daylight, man. You've been bothering customers all day, man. Like, what the fuck? That was so wild.
They didn't know the bank was getting robbed yet.
No, I know that. But the fact that they had so many people there was crazy. And it's just like, if it could have probably just been one cop. Someone could have seen something. There's all these police officers. No one is seeing anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, crime happens under the police noses all the time.
Exactly. Half the time the cops are the criminals.
Well, you said it before I could.
I mean, you throw it, I catch it. You feel me?
I've seen the part.
But yeah, it's just like that's something. It was very, very small. It was like a random thing. I'm sure they didn't think that deep into it, but that's what I thought of when I first watched that scene, or when I watched the scene just now.
They're using it as a way to like up the suspense at that moment.
Yeah,
Because that's what led to Cleo.
driving through the.
Yeah.
God damn it, with the Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a Ford.
That was a GMC.
It was a GMC. Yeah. Oh, so good. Love Cleo.
One other thing I wanted to point out was
Yeah.
all the men in this movie are extremely predatory. Luther, Luther's just a terrible person.
He's just an asshole.
Well, he's predatory, but through financial ways.
Exactly.
Like being an employer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well,
Totally forgot to mention that he stole the fucking money.
yeah. I
I forgot this whole. It's a huge plot point. That's what gets us.
Well,
Put it. Oh.
and he
could've
also
tucked it
docked
away.
pay. He
He
also
docked
docked
pay.
pay, which is illegal.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Crazy. Sorry, you're saying he's predatory. The men in the movie are predatory.
Yeah, well, now I want to go on a tangent of whenever you put something in an air vent,
There's a corner.
push it around the corner.
Yeah.
Watch No Country for Old Men. Push it around the corner. Okay, but all the men are predatory. Even what is his name? Keith.
Keith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blair Underwood.
Keith Blair Underwood. He's like predatory in the beginning. She's just trying to open a bank
Well, he
account.
seems predatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he is like trying to get a date out of her.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I saw
I mean,
a fine woman like you, and
again-
I just wondered, like, man, she must
Yeah.
need a bank account. What the fuck? That's such a weird thing to say.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think his character is bad in the end.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But he comes off real strong.
Yes, and then the other guy, Andrew.
Yeah.
Nate?
Nate Andrews.
He is played by Charles Robinson, who starred in Night Court.
That's where I know that fucker from.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out. Oh God. Night Court. Have you seen Night Court?
I don't think I have.
He's no, he should.
You should watch Night
watched-
Court.
It's a 70s show, right? Or 80s?
80s.
80s, yeah.
Mid 80s.
Okay.
Good shit. Good shit.
Yeah, it's fun.
But he takes advantage of,
Yeah.
Of Stony.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
of Stoney, again, through finances,
But for sex.
for sex.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it just, all the men.
Well, there's Dr. Dre, and then he'll only loan the guns. At first, he says the only interest he wants from loaning the guns to them is by hooking up with Frankie.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then, Cleo says, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
He's like, then I take money then. The
Yeah.
fact he was gonna choose pussy over money is which so sorry to describe it to
Yeah.
say the woman is just pussy.
Hey,
But that's what he just wants pussy.
But
That's
hey,
it.
It's also Vivica A. Fox.
It's also 50 Fox. Oh my god, dude! Like, hello,
Independence Day.
hello,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dude.
holy shit! But like, that's so crazy because like the women, they are stressed out about money,
Oh,
bro.
also, she's
And-
Black Mamba, isn't she?
Yeah, she's Black
Yeah.
Mama in Kill Bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's not Black Mama. Because Uma Thurman's Black Mama, Black Mamba. She is something else. Because that's what she says. Yeah. She says, "Oh, I should be Black Mamba, bitch."
Oh. You've probably seen it more than I have. I don't know.
I love when she shoots her through the cereal box.
Yeah.
Really funny, bitch. So good. Anyway,
Vernita Green.
Yeah.
so even though like the women in the movie are like, fucking, I need money so bad. Money is my number one priority now. I'm going to kill myself if I don't have money. And the men are just like, spare coochie, ma'am, spare coochie. I'll give you money for some coochie. Like, it's just so crazy. Like the two different,
Yeah.
like women are about
even
money and men are
Blair Underwood's
about,
like that.
yeah.
But at least he's trying to be consensual.
Yeah,
about it,
exactly.
but he still wants to make her a Catwoman.
Exactly. It's so wild. It's like it really like the two priorities, money and sex.
And like, I
Yeah.
hate. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Random, but I just did not like Keith seemed like the worst person. Like the type of guy that's like, oh man, I gotta get girls by having like expensive things and like.
I don't think it was that. I think what it was. I think what they were trying to get across is that I think they were just trying to do like a Pretty Woman element.
Yeah, Stoney's not like other girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like he is this, cosmopolitan, wealthy, black male, and she is from the hood, trying to get by, and then they're gonna pair up.
Right.
But it just wasn't well written.
Right.
They didn't have. The only chemistry they had was when they were naked together and not speaking.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, even again, I think he got better as
Yeah.
the movie went on.
Because you realize that he's not a dirtbag.
No, yeah,
Exactly.
he actually does care about her.
Yeah.
But even you said, Ciara, so he invites her to a black tie event. He knows she's poor as shit.
Right.
But he
yeah, I guess he does because
yeah.
Well, because I'm a little bit confused because when they meet, it's because she says that she's there to open checking accounts and stuth.
But even so just because I can barely afford black tie.
But then but then they date at a place that she chooses, which is that diner.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the fact that this is what blows me. So they're late to go to this black tie event. She comes in this pantsuit, very, very bright, very colorful. I fucked with it. It wasn't
Very
black
floral.
tie. It wasn't black tie. I fucked with it though.
It would have been great if it wasn't a cocktail party.
Exactly. And he's like, "No, you look great. We're late." And so they get into the car, and he's like, The limo.
Yeah.
Pardon me. And he's like, we've been seeing each other for a while, and I'd like to be truthful to you, but I haven't been truthful to you." And she's like, what did you lie about? And they go to a fucking department store to go get I thought they were gonna get that red dress. She would look so fucking banging in that red dress. But got a boring ass black dress. Looked hot on her. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But a black dress is great for any occasion, though.
Exactly. That dress was gorgeous.
Gorgeous on her.
Gorgeous on her. Fuck yeah, dude.
Gorgeous on her.
My god, she looked amazing.
I told you I got game, dude.
And so, but it just that whole thing, because they're late. At that point, if you don't like what she's wearing, kick that bitch to the curb. I'm so sorry. She's not your lady yet.
No, what I thought they were going to do is I thought they were going to ditch the party.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have fun.
But no, he instead is like, let me actually grab a dress for you because you look ridiculous. Which, if you're a few months in, absolutely. I think they've only been seeing each other for a few weeks.
This was their second date.
I would beat his ass. Let me look embarrassing, bitch. I know I look ridiculous. Let me look ridiculous. If you're that embarrassed to be seen with me looking ridiculous, you're not worth my motherfucking time.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean? But the fact that he was just and watching him explain, it's you can't hear them, but he's behind the display window at the store with Stoney and the sales associate, and he's watching him describe with his hands, and then gesturing over to Stoney, and then gesturing to a dress. I was like, put your fucking hands away. I was getting so mad. Oh my gosh. Because a part of me really thought with that moment that he was just going to turn into a controlling person.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was going to happen. That's not the movie we're watching.
No.
And that's not the Blair Underwood character that he's playing.
No.
Despite all the other characters that he fucking plays. So it was just that scene was so fucking uncalled for.
Yeah.
It drove me nuts. Oh my God. I hated him right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry to jumped completely onto that.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I was basically just gonna set you up to tell what you thought about it.
You love seeing me angry.
Well, I thought you had a good point. That
thank
it's
you.
kind of
That's so embarrassing.
he's embarrassed of her.
Yeah.
So much, and also he didn't tell her where
Where they
be
were going.
specific. If you're with someone who's not comfortable with black tie events, you should be specific if you can and things
Exactly. And then for him to be like, "Oh, we're late, but let's take a detour."
Yeah.
Bitch, if we're gonna be late, like I said, leave her alone. Keep that bitch to the curb. Do something.
Or
don't
somewhere
go at
else.
all.
Ditch the party.
Yeah, ditch the party. Don't go
Or
to
just
that
say-
place at all.
Can I drop you off somewhere else and I'll go by myself? It's important to my boss or whatever.
No.
No,
Fuck
you
the boss.
stay
He
with
is
the lady.
boss.
You stay with the lady.
Yeah.
If he was
yeah.
if he was an asshole, you ditch her. But if he
Yeah.
really is feeling her the way he said, they're going
I
somewhere
rescind
else.
that. Forgive me.
Because you would not be able to do that with me.
No.
The way I would kill you,
Yes.
and they would never find the body.
Nope.
You know why I want to marry Frankie.
Exactly. There we go. But yeah, if Daniel would have done that on our second date, we would never speak again. I would have been out of state already. We would never speak the fuck again. So the fact he did that so comfortably, I get it's 96. However,
Yeah.
it's not flying. It shouldn't have been flying then. Definitely shit won't fly now.
Yep.
Final thoughts?
I have one thing to bring up.
Sorry.
We get a title drop in this movie.
We get a title drop!
Twice.
Yes, we do! Did you write it down? Because I
wrote it
forgot
down.
to.
I always write down the title drops.
Yes, because I forgot to.
So let's see. I got the one title drop.
It's the one that Frankie says, right?
Frankie says it. and then Cleo says it. Because if I didn't set it off, we'd be casing banks for the next 2 months. That was Frankie, right?
Yes, because that was when Tashawn had ditched them the first bank heist.
Right.
And she's like, we weren't ready. And then she says that.
Right. But then Cleo says it when she meets with Black Sam, played by Dr. Dre.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, I need some guns that will set it off or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, so good. Because she said she was going to come back for the Uzi.
Yeah, and she did.
And she did. When she says she's doing something, she's going to fucking stick to it.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
love her.
Yeah. 2 title drops in this movie.
So good.
Yeah.
I love this movie, you guys. It is one of my favorites, and I really do wish more people watched it. I think it's such it's so good.
Yeah.
And it's actiony. It's exciting. If you love shoot 'em ups, this is a shoot 'em up. If you love, drama, there's drama.
Yeah.
There's great cinematography in this movie.
Great cinematography in this movie.
And that freaking set piece where they're like reversing down the street, down the sidewalk.
I forgot about it.
Cleo out the window.
Yep. It was after that was when Tashawn gets shot, right?
And that reminds me of something. Like with the chase scene at night where the cops are going after Cleo. It reminded me of the O.J. Simpson slow chase.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Especially the way they're positioned when they got the overhead view.
The helicopter.
Yes, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't do a high speed chase
unless it has an O.J. Simpson style chase.
And you can't have a high speed chase in a movie without it referencing that exact thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
There's actually a whole movie based off of O.J. Simpson's slow chase. It's called The Chase. And it has Charlie Sheen.
Okay.
And Christy Swanson. And Flea and Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And, oh my God. The punk guy he's in Johnny Mnemonic. He is the voice of the villain in season 2 of Legend of Korra.
Donnie, no. Nope.
He was in. Oh my God.
The internet exists.
He was on the album with William Shatner's Common People album.
Bitch, what are you talking about?
The Chase.
Yeah.
1994.
Yeah.
Rocky Carroll.
No.
Ron Jeremy? Is in that movie? That's crazy. Sorry.
Ray Wise, Carrie Elwes. Here, you look through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Oh yeah, Marshall Bell. Claudia Christian from Babylon 5.
Oh, nice.
Henry Rollins.
Oh, Henry Rollins. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Henry Rollins is also in Heat.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
As what?
He's like a muscle guy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You got a low self-opinion, man.
He's in Johnny Mnemonic. I can't wait to show you that.
We're gonna have a TV party tonight. He's indirectly in Repo Man.
Oh.
His singing is in Repo Man.
Okay.
Oh fuck, what were we talking about? Because I had a
Final
point.
thoughts. But
Shit.
we were talking title drop.
Title drop. Damn it.
We were talking
gone.
about Chloe car chase.
Yeah.
Cleo.
O.J.
Yeah.
Simpson, 90s
Sorry.
movies.
Oh, I was gonna mention
God, I can't say it.
like so many movies. If there's a high speed chase, they're gonna reference that. Shrek 2 does it too.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna mention. It's so fucking funny. Wait, was it Shrek? Was it Shrek 2?
I don't know.
Yeah, Shrek 2 does it.
Okay.
It was great because Donkey gets turned into a white Bronco. Yeah. It's so fucking good. I love Shrek 2.
That's hilarious.
Oh god, we have to watch that movie. You've seen that, right?
The only one that I remember is the first Shrek. It's like Toy Story. Like, I know I've seen Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
I know I've seen Toy Story 2, but I only remember the first Toy Story.
We're going to watch Shrek 2. Okay. I think that's all I had to say.
Okay.
Oh, no. So, that's what I wanted to say. The sequence where where Cleo's shooting, as they're driving backwards, Frankie's driving the getaway car backwards after they hit the downtown bank. Apparently, that's like one of the hardest scenes that they had to film in the whole filming of this movie.
Oh, wow.
Because they had a track for the car, but it kept failing. So they would get like a certain distance and then it would just like stop working. Yeah. So it took forever to get that to work. And then Queen Latifah, the way she was sitting out of the car, it was so hard for her. Because she had to like, the way she was out of the car, because it was a bit higher because she's a bit short. She was a bit shorter in this car. So she had to be up and sort of almost standing. But now, like, she had to make sure her boob wasn't like fully out of the car, but she also had to get comfortable. So her boob's like she's smashing her own boob into the door. Her arm's like fully out, and even though it's a prop gun, very heavy Uzi, and so she's having to do that one-handed. So she's like fully awkward, and they had to keep redoing it, and they felt so bad. But every time they would start, she's like, "All right, let's fucking get it!" Like Queen Latifah was down to finish that that scene. But it was, they said it was one of the most difficult scenes they had to shoot because of just the mechanics of it. And it's such a short scene. So fucking sick though. It's so good. Oh man, I love this movie. I'm so happy I got to watch it again. I'm happy I watched it with people because I know I would be like an emotional wreck right now if I were by myself. So thank you guys for watching it with me.
Of course. Before we go, we'd like to give a shout out to the bestest friends of the show on our Patreon. Thank you, Brian, for your support of the show. If you'd like to be one of our bestest friends of the show, then check out our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/yourmoviemymoviepodcast. And thanks for listening.
Do you guys think I did a good job for Black History Month?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're not good judges, but yeah.
All right, cool. Fair enough. I asked that, and then immediately was like, why did I fucking ask them? I needed Black people, and I needed gay people.
Yeah.
And
You got a lesbian kiss. There's a lesbian kiss.
I got lesbians,
and
bro.
And a lesbian booty dance.
And a lesbian lap dance.
The lesbians in this movie are, by far much better than what we saw in Biker Boys.
I liked her. But whatever.
No.
You have to throw shade.
We didn't see a lesbian kiss.
Oh, that's true. That's true, yeah.
And what was her name? Do you remember her name?
No.
Half.
Oh my god! I forgot that's her name. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, because we just had Ursula. Ursula was definitely light-skinned. So she got a normal name other than half and half. I throw up. Yeah, I'm happy you guys enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
As much as you did.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be on your top 10 list.
I definitely enjoyed it.
I'm just happy that you guys considered it and sat through it.
Absolutely.
It was an easy movie. It was an enjoyable movie.
Yeah, for 2 hours and 2 minutes. Like, honestly, it felt like it went really fast.
Yeah, no, there wasn't a dull moment.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah, it's a watchable movie. I'd probably watch it again. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because I know that you love it.
Yeah.
For me, it's a mid-tier movie.
Okay.
But that makes it like reliable. Like it's not something that's so great.
It's like untouchable.
Yeah. It's not like Mirror or
right. It's not. It's like a Saturday afternoon movie you can just put on and enjoy.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like emotionally committed.
Like fully
to
invested. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You're just along for the ride with it, and this movie is certainly a ride.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, I'm honored.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great pick.
Thank you.
Daniel, did you have any last thoughts?
No, I think I got them all out.
Okay.
As far as I can tell.
Just making sure. Yeah, I thought it was a great pick. Thank you for picking it.
Of course.
Yeah.
It took me like months to do it, but I got there.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Good episode, guys.
Yeah. Great episode.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh.